Hi there, Capricorns. Welcome to your dream reading for the month of July. I'm Capricorn, so I'm green as Capricorn. So I don't know if there's going to be any, correlation between my dreams and your dreams, but I am going to do my best to interpret the messages I receive, as a Capricorn. Okay, so I'm going to be using the PHANTOMWISE tarot deck. Okay, this is an Alice in Wonderland dream-themed tarot deck. Okay, welcome to a nocturnal fantasia where nothing is as it seems. The images in this black and white dreamscape exist now and then and out of time, completely somewhere between asleep and awake. The hand-painted characters and creatures who inhabit this circusy wonderland serve as symbols illustrating moments and mysteries encountered on life's journey. The enclosed guidebook will light your way, but you must trust your intuition as you travel the path of the PHANTOMWISE tarot. Okay? So there's that. And then there's also my Alice in Wonderland cards. So before, my best way to describe the theme of this dream reading, or the theme of my dream readings for the month of July, it's going to be, think of yourself as Alice, okay? Because I keep reading all these horoscopes from all these different, astrologers, and a lot of them keep referencing Alice in Wonderland. And I also see it in the media a lot, especially when it comes to, I think you'll know my reference when I say anything related or pertaining to Alice in Wonderland, and that theme of being, an innocent child on a journey, a spiritual journey. Okay, you might know the movie The Matrix. Follow the white rabbit. That reference might be more, mainstream to you than the story of Alice, and how she is a girl who wanders the Wonderland on many adventures, seeking much information and knowledge. Okay, so so let's start with Alice, and let's start with you. Imagine yourself as, you're doing some work, some shadow work, some light work on yourself. You want to see where this journey takes you. You're into astrology, whatever the reference may be, whatever the reason you are here today. We're going to dive right into that, Capricorns. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Alice deck. Okay, think of that as the material world, right? Alice is in the material world until she ventures down a rabbit hole, if you will, and goes on an adventure to learn many things about herself and about the world. So we're going to start with the Alice cards. So up first we have the King of Pentacles and the Mad Hatter. Okay, so it's interesting because the Mad Hatter, he's holding this, watch here, this pocket watch, and has a pentacle inside. Time is money, right? We can all get behind that. The value of money. We have stocks, we have cryptocurrency, which I don't think is doing so great these days. But anyways, I'm not into that. But, we have money. We have materialism. We have that as a form of motivation. And I just think, like, the Mad Hatter is kind of trying to, with his hand, he's like, where's my money, right? Like, it's time to pay up, right? So this could be an energy of you are trying to make money, you're trying to manifest more money and wealth into your life, Capricorn. You dream of having financial stability, and you want that to materialize into the real world. So the thought and idea of being able to pay your bills and being able to go and do fun activities and have this balance between entertaining, and doing more entertaining, fun activities, but also being able to have enough money to pay your bills, it's a very fine line, especially when, you don't come from money, or your stream of income has not been where you want it to be for some time. So that could be, there could be a feeling of frustration there, okay? Yeah, Queen of Swords, okay? So money matters, and the Queen of Swords and money both are causing you some sort of stress. It's causing you to think about it and focus on it a lot, actually. So the King of Pentacles. I'm going to read from my little tarot book here. The King of Pentacles here is fear. Like that fear of not having money, that fear of not making enough. Okay? Fear increases the distance, and pursuing this relationship with money will do no good. Happiness is born of a mutual effort towards each other. So if money is not naturally flowing towards you, and it's almost like you know, right, that you have to have money to pay your bills, right? You know that. But you are having trouble obtaining it, so your constant focus is on that. The Queen of Swords is your advice for how do I still try to obtain money but not stress over it so much. To make it almost like it's a part of life, it's, something I have to grow accustomed to, but how do I not stress about it anymore? How do I release that stress from it? How do I distance myself from that fear of not having any money so that I can live my life without being always constantly in fear or afraid or stressed? So the Queen of Swords is your answer to this. Okay. Exploring your different options. Do you have to stay in a job that's not making you enough money where you can't meet ends meet? No, you can explore other job opportunities. You might be afraid of doing that, but the Queen of Swords is saying it's time to explore. And you don't have to also, let's say you're working a remote job, right? And you're in a lot of solitude a lot of the time. You're not really out socializing a lot of the time. And that's kind of, made you upset, okay? Because you want to be out and you don't want to be working remotely. This is not the end, okay? You don't have to think of it as the end, right? It's just temporary, okay? You have to understand that you can break away from that solitude. You can break away from that fear. I think this comes from a condition. We condition ourselves to believe like, well, what if I go and find a new job where I'm out socializing and that's making me happier, but it only lasts a month or two. So I'm like super psyched to get this job, and I'm super motivated to work, outside of my home. But what if it doesn't last? And then I'm back to square one again. Stop thinking, what if it doesn't last? Stop thinking in this fear-set mindset. The Queen of Swords wants you to break free from that part of yourself. To stop living in a world of fear. To stop living in a world where instead of just trying, you give up before even trying. Okay? Yes, there's always going to be, need that money, need to pay those bills. That's always going to exist out there. But you have to try to stop thinking in a way that's so fearful all the time. And ironically, it will actually bring in new, better options, because that's what you want anyway, right? You want new, better options, but you're not going for it. That's the challenge that you enter into in July, and you probably are feeling a certain type of way about that. Yeah, the Magician card. Okay, this Magician card is really a strong indication that there are endless possibilities. The Magician card is the card of endless possibilities, and you know, pulling from other decks here, it actually comes in twice in your reading. Okay, so you are on this spiritual journey, right? Here is the, I don't know if you've watched the movie Alice in Wonderland. It's on Disney. You can watch the live action or you can watch the cartoon version. But there's a caterpillar, and he's like the all-knowing caterpillar, and he's very smart. He's very intelligent. You can see like the white moth um, behind him, and it's very, symbolic to metamorphosis and transformation, and it's saying, urging you to transform that mindset that you have. And here is a more, you know uh, more physical, likely representation of the magician, right? There's two ideas of thought here, right? So maybe you want to somehow transform your life and go after your dreams and your dream job. Maybe you're in a job that isn't your dream job. Maybe you want to switch up careers. What it is that you want to do, Capricorn, is transform your life to a more fulfilled life while still maintaining that, um, you know, money and income. It's almost like as a child you were told to believe that like magic isn't real, right? Dreaming up a life of, making money through singing or some kind of art form. The magician is the card of creative arts. So Capricorn, maybe you want a job in creative arts. Maybe you are a creative artist. That's where you want to invest your time. That's where you want to thrive in and make your money in. Um, Maybe your job is not to become, um, I don't know, like, it's almost like you are an artist and you want to make money with your art, but there's a blockage happening where you're being told, stop pursuing your art and start pursuing a more practical career like doctor, lawyer, whatever. Doctors and lawyers can be artists too. They could be an art in doctoring. They could be a lawyer in art. It's almost like those jobs are not fulfilling for you, so you want to pursue a job in art. Um, Career in art, actually. Um, yeah, the magician. So, this magician card. Alright. Magic intention. Desire is the drive behind a new story. Willingness and passion guarantees success. So if you have the passion and you have the drive to make it a reality, right? Because Alice goes in the rabbit hole and goes into this fantasy world, but we all know that doesn't really happen. But for you, it's like the fantasy is to break away from this block that you built around yourself. Like, I have to have a white collar job or a blue collar job. I can't just be an artist. I can't just be a tarot reader. I can't just be a singer. I can't just be a dancer. I can't just be an actor. I have to fit the mold. I have to be a certain type of person. But that's not who you are, Capricorn. So, yeah, escaping, avoiding, blocking, and pushing away. Alice goes into the rabbit hole to escape her. Remember, her sister is telling her a story, and the story is that you have to be practical, Alice. You have to be realistic, Alice. But Alice wants to go off and explore the world. She wants to go on adventures. And in her time period, you know, she's told to fit a mold of getting married and having children. This is a blockage that you've set on yourself, Capricorn, where you think you have to fulfill it a certain way, but you don't want to do that. And you're fighting that energy. It's almost like you're being told what to do and how to do it. And there's a whole world of possibilities that could open up to you exploring. What if you didn't fit the mold? What if you expanded? What if you went and did something else? But you are afraid to, or the energy's influencing you or trying to get you to be afraid to. Ace of Wands, okay? Ace of Wands and Three of Cups. How do you move past these blockages? Here's Alice celebrating with two other girls, right? Here's you celebrating with two other people. The power of three. Getting the message, the power of three. So you have to start a new chapter. You have to start a new dialogue. Capricorn doesn't just settle for this job that's not working or this career that's not working. They settle, they step out of that and move into something new and better. They keep pursuing their dreams. Okay? You keep pursuing your dream. Okay? Three of Cups. Okay. And Ace of Wands. The magic of the Ace of Wands. Okay? Surrender oneself. One loses his own likeliness to enter into something much greater. Abandon is to surrender oneself. You have to abandon this old frame of mind or this old mindset or this old logic of, oh, I have to just accept that this is my reality. When really there's a much bigger reality waiting for you to step into. Okay? And you have to enter into something much bigger and greater than you even realize. And the Three of Cups, this is passion. Okay? So it indicates improvement, success in love, and relief from heartbreak. So it's almost like you put so much limitations on yourself that you can't step into this higher self, this better version, okay, of yourself, okay? And I have the Fool card, Alice jumping into the hole, okay? So you think of it this way, you wouldn't be jumping into the black hole and going into the world of Wonderland if you didn't want to, if there wasn't something pushing you and motivating you to do it. So there is part of you that wants it. It's almost like as a child you were told like you can't be an artist and you're not going to make any money doing that, or you know you can't succeed where you want to succeed. Your dreams and your fantasies cannot become reality. They very much can. But you have to step into that and take that leap of faith and believe that as the Fool does. Other people are going to be like, that's foolish, that's stupid. But you have to do it, okay? For yourself, okay? And let's see here. Yeah. Surrendering to love. Surrendering to loving yourself. Opening yourself up to that. The magic action frees us from uncertainty. Okay? And willingness and spontaneity and willingness. So take that leap of faith. Be willing to step into that. Okay? Now, once you've stepped into that, Okay? You're going to transform. You're going to change. You're going to enter into this beautiful high priestess energy. Okay? Because you have stepped into that energy. Because you've moved into it. Okay? Yes, you've escaped the block, and you've escaped that old version of yourself that avoids change at any cost and pushed away the transformation, and now you're in the transformation. Okay? There's also a person here who this has to do with relationships. But I will get into your relationships. If you are, dating someone, or you're in a relationship with someone that has a lot of control over your decision making. Okay. Oh, Ace of Swords. Okay. So once you've stepped into this high priestess energy, you transform. You start a new story. She holds the book of tarot in her hands. Tarot cards. Book of tarot. Okay. So, yeah, Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers. I knew there was a relationship here. I just sensed it, and I'm like, yeah. There's someone who has a lot of control over what you decide to do, and you have to release that. It could be just you. It could be just you being afraid, but I think it also has to do with like an actual physical person too, not just you being afraid. They have a lot of influence over you. So once you step into the high priestess energy, okay, the high priestess, okay, you're the magic formula, okay, or you're figuring out what the magic formula for you is to live a beautiful, fulfilled life. Okay, you're waiting for those answers to come in. Okay, everything is already written in the book of destiny. The magic procedure requires knowledge and patience while waiting for a change within you. Okay, you are the high priestess now. You were the fool, right? You, in a good way, you took a jump in a different direction. Down the rabbit hole you went, and you came out the high priestess. You're writing your own destiny. You're not letting other people be in charge or in control of your own life anymore. There were people in control of your life before. Now they're not anymore. And that's why there's this other person, like an actual person, okay? Take it when it resonates. Maybe there's not another person and it's just you battling with yourself, but I do not think that is the case here. Okay? So the Ace of Swords. The swords, immediate control, conflict, someone trying to control your thoughts and ideas and your actions. Okay? So Ace of Swords. Let's see. Bonding, yes, they're bound to you. This is self-limiting beliefs, okay? This is you listening to someone else. It's both, because you listen to other people's influences, right? We live in a world of influencers and influencing and self-limiting beliefs, right? So someone is telling you this is the way you need to live your life, and then you're believing them, and now you're living that way, right? But you already broke free of this. I want you to acknowledge that. Take a minute to really acknowledge within yourself that you believe in yourself and you are in control of yourself, and you don't have to live in a world of fear. Okay? So, Ace of Swords. Okay. Yeah, it's saying accept that bonding means giving of oneself. It means accepting doubt and transforming it into trust. Trust yourself. This person did such a number on you that you believed you could not succeed, but you can, Capricorn. This is your dreams, okay? This is your hopes. This is your desires. This is where your passion comes from. This is your self-worth. This is your self-loving yourself. And you're going through a break. You're breaking up with that old version of yourself that listened to this person that told you you could not be yourself. They told you to act a certain way, to be a certain type of person. But you've broken free from that, and you're not going to do that anymore. And you're now going to free yourself so that you can transform. And that's going to enable you to trust yourself again, to trust your intuition again. High Priestess, intuition, okay? Consciousness. You ever watched the movie Pinocchio? Okay, it's about a little wooden boy who's a puppet, and because he doesn't have a mind of his own yet, because he's not real, he has the magic fairy godmother. She assigns a little cricket, Jiminy the cricket, to be Pinocchio's conscious and to tell him good ideas from bad ideas. The High Priestess is all about good and bad, right? Good versus evil, right? So that's what you're doing. You're fighting that person who is trying to control you, right? Pinocchio has to go through all these different terrible scenarios and terrible situations and trusting the wrong people. And Jiminy the Cricket is helping him all on the way. That's his consciousness. That's his conscious telling him good versus bad. And Pinocchio doesn't always listen. I reference Disney movies a lot because I think they're the most easiest ways of describing what you are going through, because like Capricorn, you don't want to be a puppet, okay? You don't want someone else to tell you what to do, and you don't want to make bad decisions that end up costing you. So you have to trust your intuition, and you weren't trusting your intuition before because you were letting this other person control you. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is the solution here. We started with the King of Pentacles, saying, where's my money at? You have to money, materialist, like focus on bills, focus on this, get the job done. But you've broken free from that mindset. We've entered into the Queen of Pentacles because you've broken away. Okay? All right. Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what she says about all this. So, the Queen, coolness. A period of coolness. All right? You must fight coolness and convince yourself to be generous, both sentimentally and materially. This will bring serenity, safety, and sincerity into yourself. So, fight that urge to be scared of, money and material things, but also be able to find lines, find balance, be able to talk about it and communicate about it in a good way. Yeah. And then right after, the Lovers. Exactly. The King and Queen are the Lovers. This is your fight with yourself, right? You enter into a conflict with yourself about money matters and Can I quit this job that I don't like and start a new job that I probably like better? Can I transform myself to do the things I want to do, but still have a good relationship with money and be able to materialize it? Yes, you can. The balance is here between the king and the queen. The dream can be fulfilled. Okay. And then you have the lovers connecting, right? It's almost like the king and the queen, right? It's almost like your fight with yourself is, do I pursue my dream of making money with my art, but still able to? So the lovers card, you know, this is nature is an unearning guide. Plants and animals are examples to be imitated. Magic perfume seduces and sustains us in important sentimental choices. So, in other words, I guess you could take that literally, like perfume. You know, that stands out to me. It's like maybe you want to pursue a career in making perfumes, right? Your own scent line, right? So you have to know. And also, there's this perfume where it's like your pheromones. It's all about your pheromones. So I think it's like another way to really interpret this is, you know, to be in love with yourself again, right? And also to pursue what it is that you're drawn to. We're all drawn to different scents and perfumes. We all don't like the same scents, right? We all have different tastes. So that's kind of where you're leaning toward, okay? And this person that was controlling your ideas and thoughts, it could just be yourself, but it also could be another person. And I see you standing up to them and saying, I'm going to be the queen of pentacles, right? You're going to be the king of pentacles. Or I'm going to focus on my dreams and goals. That's what's going to make me money. And you can focus on your dreams and goals and what makes you money, but it's not going to be the same thing. And it doesn't have to be the same thing. Okay? So, your dream so the way that this relationship with the lovers card here, the way this relationship went, they ghosted you, disappearing. They have regrets. They made mistakes. It's left you single, not in a relationship. Okay, but you're busy being in a relationship with yourself anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the way the relationship ended is they ghosted you and they regret it, but you're not letting them back into your life because they controlled too much. They told you to live your life a certain way, and you're not going to do that. So, oh well for them. All right, that's my reading for you, Capricorn, for your dream reading for the month of July. Just remember, go for your dreams, go for your goals. I want to just pull one of my Egyptian tarot deck cards for you. I don't know why I'm just getting like Egyptian vibes. What I have for you is the Strength card. I think this is Strength. Let me look it up real quick. That's one. Yes, Strength. This is the Strength card. So this is the Strength card to end off the reading. Okay. Supremacy requires the utmost concentration of magic force to resist outside attacks. Good thing you got the Magician card twice, okay? Use your magic, use your creativity, use your light with the Magician card to rewrite your own story, make your own destiny, and have strength doing so. Okay? And that's what I have. Love and light always. Bye.